Greetings and salutations to you all once again. It is me, the Ravenous Spectre, and I do humbly apologize that I am filming this on my phone because apparently my webcam wants to be a dick tonight, kind of like how it was some odd months ago, but for some odd reason it's PMSing tonight. So until I get that situation fixed or rip it out of my computer, piss on it, shit on it, stomp it into the dirt, and set it on fire, we're just going to have to do it like this. So, anyways, this is going to be the first screw you phone. I apologize if it flickers out a little bit. I don't know, my Android phone is foobar. I don't know what's up with it, so just bear with me until my webcam decides to stop being a little bitch. Um, anyways, technology great when it works, and it's a pain in the ass when it doesn't. But I apologize for me not putting up any videos lately. Basically, it's been Christmas. It's been going on, and I was in Georgia with my girlfriend and her folks and family and all of that. So actually did some pickups while I was down there, and that's actually what this first video is about. And the second one is going to be about the Loot Crate unboxing that happened last month. Which kind of surprised me a bit because I don't ever recall me ever getting an email from Loot Crate stating what exactly the theme was going to be or what type of games were going to be involved in said Loot Crate. But I'm not disappointed, honestly. So, I didn't luck out on it or anything. But, anyways, we'll go ahead and start out real quick with some amiibos, as a matter of fact. And I've already taken them out of the package because, well, why not? I don't have room for all these boxes and all this other shit everywhere. And I also have another little figure here, which is of Link, and it's not an amiibo, but I forgot exactly who it was by. But there he is right there. I actually ended up picking him up at a comic shop. Sorry for his Master Sword being a little twisted there, as a matter of fact. That's him. And as matter of fact, speaking of Master Swords, my girlfriend actually ended up getting me the Master Sword, like a real life Master Sword, for Christmas. So I'll actually have to bring that out the next video that I make and show you guys. But also ended up getting a PlayStation 4 carrying case, which is definitely something I needed without a shadow of a doubt, which I'm extremely, extremely happy for because I was tired of carrying that thing around in the suitcase. Uh, One of the amiibos here is Lucina. She was one of those amiibos that was extremely rare from the Fire Emblem series, and people were charging out the ass for it and scalping people on eBay. Fuck you, scalpers, and all that. But Nintendo ended up releasing more, and I got this for like I think $11 or something like that. So yeah, I'd much rather want to pay $11 than 40 or 50 or some astronomical price, which is stupid. And there's another one here from the Fire Emblem series where they actually ended up doing a re-release as well, and this is Robin, I believe it is, from Fire Emblem. Screw you, phone. Um, yeah, but all the detail in it is just so freaking awesome. I definitely like it. Out of all the amiibos, the Fire Emblem ones are really the only ones I really gravitate towards. It'd be nice if there was more Xenoblade Chronicle ones as well, but unfortunately that's not the case. Um, but this is a conglomeration, if I'm using that word correctly, of things that I actually ended up picking up while I was in Georgia, and also things that I picked up when I was near here at home because she actually came back home with me and we spent some time with friends as well around here. So everything was all well and good there. But that's beside the point. The first thing I got here is actually a Game Shark Pro for the Nintendo 64. Now, as time wears on, I'm going to end up picking up some more of these for the various systems, but I'm going to make sure I end up finding them at decent prices, because I forgot how much I gave for this one, but I always love cheating in my games, especially after I beat them, which I never really beaten them. I always use things like these to be able to beat them with. And I was told that this was given, this only worked with certain N64 systems, so I talked to them about it, and they made sure to test it out for me. So hopefully it actually does work on my systems. Otherwise, I'm going to end up taking it back or shipping it back or whatever the case may be. Funny how cheating devices act that way. This next one that I have here, I actually have in a plastic case that they put in there, but that is Weapon Lord on the Sega Genesis. I actually had played this game a whole lot when I was a kid, back on like Super Nintendo and Genesis, and my father actually had played it quite a bit with him. God rest his soul when he ended up passing away, but he and I actually played this quite a bit as well. And there's a little bit of a red marking that's on the back of this. I mean, it is used, and I only got it for $7. So definitely glad to end up getting that. And of course, they ended up testing these games before I even picked them up. The next one that I got here is Wanderers from Ys 3. Some people, I haven't really put too much time into this, honestly, but I'm very interested in wanting to see more of what it's all about. And I guess some people have their qualms about it, and some people like it, and some people don't. But I just started out on it, and it's not anything like any of the other E's that I played before. Obviously, that's on the Super Nintendo, and but I definitely want to end up giving the Super Nintendo ones a shot. So I ended up picking that up for a fairly decent price for sure. Another one here, I also have in a plastic bag. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it because I'm tired of the glare coming off, and that is Secret of Evermore. I know how I am with RPGs. I definitely want to end up actually having a like a Super Nintendo RPG collection going on. And I'll admit, I did play a little bit of a pretty penny for this. I ended up paying, I think, $30 for Secret of Evermore, and I think I paid like, well, I'm getting to that one next, as a matter of fact. Um, the next one is Secret of Mana, and yes, I honestly ended up paying a pretty good one for this as well. I think I ended up paying like $50 or 55 or something. Forgive me for that, but I honestly do not know anywhere else for me to be able to get these for a decent price. And yeah, that is, higher than what you would expect. That's practically the price of a brand new game by today's standards. But, I guess it's just the rising in popularity, and these things aren't getting released on any other platforms. People are all like, ooh, ROM's this, ROM that. Well, sometimes ROMs don't work, and I'm not going through the hassle of putting up with that shit. Emulators and ROMs and shit. If I can't just have it to freaking play it, I'm not going to go through the headache of just making it work on a PC. I'd rather just put something in a damn system and play it, because that's the way it should be. I shouldn't buy something to have to troubleshoot it. I should buy something to be able to use it the moment I put it in the damn system. Um, Anyways, but the next one we're going to here is another Super Nintendo RPG, and that is Illusion of Gaia. And I got this one for like 25, I think, or something like that, as a matter of fact. But yeah, somewhere around those prices, those seem pretty good for me as far as I'm concerned in terms of having the proper, price range for things like that, not like the 50 something that I had paid before. But anyway, we'll get on to the next one here, and that is Front Mission 4. Haven't played this just yet, but the Front Mission series is kind of interesting to me, with mechs and all that stuff and strategy, RPG-ish kind of stuff, so definitely worth giving it a shot, especially considering I got it so cheap. And the next one I got here is Rodea the Sky Soldier for Wii U. But here's a funny little thing. They actually ended up including the Wii U version and the Wii version. Check that out. The Wii version and the Wii U version. Obviously, the graphics are going to look a little bit different. I think there's like some different powers or something within either one of them. But you have this one, obviously, but you also have a reverse sleeve as well for the Wii version. So that's kind of interesting. They end up including two versions of the exact same game, but just for two different systems. So I guess it's because of those new powers or whatever the case may be, whatever it was that they ended up doing. I don't really know, but that's just kind of strange. But definitely glad to pick this up, and I got it for like $16 or something like that. The next one I got to show here is Boom Blocks, and got this for a few dollars. Not too much. Heard it was a really good like party type kind of game. Steven Spielberg had a hand in it, so I was like, you know what the hell? I'll go ahead and give it a shot. There's not really too much to say about that. The next one here is Knight's Journey into Dreams. I don't know if this was like a remake or just ported from the Sega Saturn with like some Wii type of influences or whatever the case may be, but I'm definitely glad to end up owning a Knights game again, for sure, because I don't have a Sega Saturn at the moment, or I used to at least, but I don't anymore. The next one here is Tetsunoko versus Capcom. I've never been a really huge fighting game fan, but after actually giving this a shot, it's over the top. It's crazy. It's fun. I got it really cheap, and I was really glad to pick it up. I don't know much about Tetsunoko. I know they're like an anime company or whatever, but obviously I know a lot about Capcom, so knowing it was like a tag team fighting kind of game, a fighting game has to be really special to me to really grab my attention, and that was definitely one of them. Let's see here. Hmm. I'm trying to mix things up here a bit. Actually, I don't need to. But the next one I got here is Death Jr. Root of Evil. I actually heard really good things about this. I've heard the PSP ones weren't all that great. I haven't really given the PSP ones a shot, even though I own like one or two of them, I think. But I've heard that this one is actually really good, and it also has 2 players on it as well. Haven't played it just yet, but definitely looking to give it a shot, especially if I can also get me and my girlfriend to get together and also play it. So definitely looking forward to giving that one a shot. And I know there's been like a lot of Wii games that's kind of popped up here. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. But the last one that I have here, at least I believe that will be the last one, at least for the pickups as of right now, and that is Heroes of Might and Magic. What's it called? Quest for the Dragonbone Staff. This is like it's like a strategy game, but I think it has like RPG elements or something in it. I got this really cheap too. Saw some videos of it. Said, you know what, might as well go ahead and give it a shot without a shadow of a doubt. So definitely looking forward to getting into some of these other games I haven't really played just yet, but I've heard at least positive things about them. And if it hasn't really been positive, it's just at least piqued my interest enough to the point of really wanting to try them out. So, anyways, I'll go ahead and end this like I always do. I'm sorry for moving kind of fast here because I think I only have a limited amount of time for me to be able to record on my phone before it's like, you've run out of memory, blah, 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 and then it just cuts off on me. But anyways, I'll go ahead and end this like I always do and go straight into the next video, which is going to be the Loot Crate of December. So, later, taters.